Hello friends and welcome to Edupedia World Videos. This is the course Basics of Programming in C language, and in this section we will learn about multi-dimensional arrays in C language. So till now we have done one-dimensional arrays, that is the basic arrays. Now we will learn what is a multi-dimensional array. Okay, in multi-dimensional arrays, just like matrices, okay, matrices can be one dimensional or multi-dimensional. In multi-dimensional there are rows and then columns. Similarly in arrays we can have multi-dimensional arrays. So to specify multi-dimensional arrays we can specify two indexes. Instead of one index we will specify two indices. So like I want to declare an integer array with multiple dimensions, so let me name it as int array underscore 2d, which is a two-dimensional array, and I will specify two lengths, okay, two sizes. First is for the number of rows and the second is for the number of columns. Suppose I specify that 3 rows and 2 columns of this array. So how will I initialize it? To initialize this, first is the outer brackets, then inner brackets for first row, then second, okay, then third. Okay, now what does this mean is that this will contain 3 rows. Okay, this is now the first element of the first row will go over here, second element of first row will go over here, now first element of the second row will go over here, and second element of second row will go over here. Similarly, third element of first element of third row and the second element of third row. So now I have created a two-dimensional arrays. Each row is containing two columns, and first column of the first row has a value 1, second column of the first row has a value 2. Similarly, first column of second row has a value 3, and second column of the second row has a value 4, and similarly here 4 and 5. So just to graphically illustrate it, I will put a new line over here and I will show how this actually looks like when seen in a matrix form. When seen in a matrix form, it will look like this. Okay, this should be, rather for better illustration, this should be 4 and this should be 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Oh, sorry for that. Right. So this is a two-dimensional matrix with 3 rows and 2 columns. That is how you initialize multi-dimensional arrays in C, and the way to access them we will just learn over here. So printf. Okay, now we will try and print it in a matrix form. How to do that? Let us print the first two elements over here and then a new line over here. Okay, so first two elements would be array 2d, then in the indexes we will specify the index begin with 0, so 0 0 would be the first element of the first row and the first column. Fine. Then I want to specify the second element of first row, so the second column of the first row, this would be array underscore 2d, and first row, that is 0th row, and second element, that is first element, first index of the. Okay, now similarly I will just change these indices over here. So this would be 1 and 1, this would be 2 and 2. Now it should print itself in a matrix form. Okay, so let us see, first save this program and compile it, and it is giving some error in this line. Why? Because I have to put commas after the every row. So after the elements of every row I have to put commas over there, which I had missed. Now it is compiled successfully and we can try and run it. So we have not, okay, now it should run, and okay, now it is printed in the matrix form and we have accessed all the elements of the two-dimensional array. So to make our program more readable, we can also do some experiments. Okay, so just like metrics are printed, we can include the elements in some brackets kind of thing. To do that, we can use printf. So this is only for your illustration so that you understand the code in a better manner. And just print two hyphens over here. Okay, and here we will have a vertical line over here, and after this we should have a tab. Okay, so this is a tab of a distance between the two elements, so it will print more clearly, just like a matrix is printed. So similarly, after a tab we will have another set of two hyphens, and this will be replaced at the end also. So let us see how does this output look like. First save the code, build it and run it. Okay, so just a second, there is a new line which is missing over here. We should include a new line character over here and save it, build it and run it. Okay, so now it is closer to a matrix, but we have forgotten to put some pipes over here. So this should now be a little more clearer, and for some clarity let's put one space over here also. This will be more clear. Save it, build it and run it. Okay, so now you can see a matrix kind of a structure over here. So that is how two-dimensional arrays are actually structured. Okay, so these are 3 rows and 2 columns. Fine. So now we have learned how to use two-dimensional arrays in C program, and I hope you understood the basic concept of this video, and continue to watch Basics of Programming in C language